I might die tonight, but if I do, I'm a...
Nope.
Love thyself.
Knowing there's a problem at hand to begin with.
My guy!
Whoop whoop, how are we all, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Might Die podcast. This is episode 26, and we have a lovely guest. Well, we don't have because Schmiedo's not with us at the moment, but I have a guest, Ry Hazel, ladies and gentlemen. How are you, brother?
Very good, mate. Just in here to talk some shit.
That's it. Well, and shit is what we're going to talk. All right. So, yeah, long story short, Schmiedo isn't with us today. He had to bail on us a little bit early, but that happens. Life can get in the way a little bit. So here we are. Ry, where do we start off? You're how old are you now?
I'm 16 years
He's
of
16
age.
years old. I reckon. When did I meet you? 14? Were you 14 or 15?
Yeah, 14.
Probably 14.
Yeah.
All right. A little bit of a rundown on who you are and what you do. Tell us, what do you do?
Oh, mess around on two wheels from time to time.
A little bit of a dirt biker.
Yeah, ride some motos here and there. Bloody go fishing.
All right, so he's been a little bit humble here, ladies and gentlemen. This little kid absolutely fucking rips a dirt bike. You're a young punk. You're a young freestyle motocross rider, which in this day and age is quite rare.
It's rare,
There's
right?
probably not many of. Do you have many mates your age doing it, or people you would associate with?
Nah, not really. There's a few younger kids that ride freestyle and whatnot, but
Yep.
they're coming through. But it's good to see. But there's not a hell of a lot.
Yeah. And is it the sort of thing where they're not local either? You're like, there's a dude over in Tassie and then there's a dude over here. And so there's not like a little crew that you're riding with. You're pretty much riding by yourself or with older boys.
Yeah, it's soloing with the OGs.
Yeah. yeah. Sick. I guess we'll just sort of backstory on how we sort of come to met through doing the shows. Can I turn me down a little bit? I feel like I'm fucking really loud here. I don't know, it's just in my mic. But yeah, so I was doing the MCing for all four FMX. You jumped. I think the first show.
Swan Hill, baby.
Swan Hill.
Yep.
It was. And that was that the first time we met?
Yeah, or do we meet at Bacchus?
The one that got cancelled.
Correct. Yep.
When it was wet as,
Rained
it was
out.
hectic, which probably it wasn't an official meet, but we probably were like, hey, going. But that was the official one, Swan Hill. That was actually we could talk heaps on that. You had a little bit of a fucking doozy that trip. That
I did too.
I got that on camera.
Yeah, I got the video on my phone.
That was wild, bro. Was that your first jump to an airbag?
Yep. 125.
Yep.
Just had about 100 and something meters of run in. I chose the shortest I could. Barely made the airbag.
Rhodes crashed that day too.
Yeah, he did. He went long and
headbutted
his bars.
Yeah. Like, that was hectic. That was a really good show.
That was.
Something about, I don't know what it was. I think it was just like a little bit of, I don't know, it was just, there was something about that like really hit. But yeah, leading into that, obviously, and then we've done a few other shows. We ended up doing F1.
Yep.
What else have we done?
Shep.
Yep, the one we were just talking about.
What else did we do?
I don't know.
Done more shows than 3, sure.
I feel like it has been. Oh, then we did the river thing.
That's it.
The river one.
Yep.
That was banger.
That was sick.
That was a good time, that one. But anyway, leading into, I guess we'll sort of break into what I think it's probably in this day and age, what has made you stick with freestyle motocross, considering it is a bit of a dying breed, dying sport. It's just not as relevant as it was for a while there. Does that bother you? Do you? Yeah. How do you sit? How does that sit with you?
Oh, I don't know. It's definitely dying off.
Yep.
I don't know. It's different. Yep. It's a way to show your own kind of style and what you're all about. And I don't know. I still do my tricks and whatnot, but did you start off racing or did you start off freestyle? Yeah,
so you started off racing.
Racing, yep.
Yep.
Started off, got a 50 when I was about 6.
Yep.
Crashed it once, hated it.
Yep.
Didn't ride for
So you were 6 when you sort of got your first bike.
Yeah, probably 5, 6. Yeah.
Yep. Nice.
Then crashed it once, hated it, threw it in the shed. Didn't ride it till I was like 8. And then,
right.
And then yeah, kind of grew a love for it. Started racing, and yeah,
That's interesting because that's sort of a bit of a late start.
that it is.
Like I almost pictured you'd be the sort that has been on a bike since you were like 1. You know what I mean? I feel like Dad chucked us straight on a bike and was like, ride.
Threw me straight down the beach.
True. So yeah, in saying that, you come from a bit of a surfy family.
I did. I was pretty much destined to be a surfer from what Dad's been telling me, but I chose the expensive route,
Hey, we were just talking about surfboards, and apparently they're not cheap these days.
No.
So it's all to be honest, bro, in this day and age, man, hobbies are just expensive.
Oh, hell.
If you've got any sort of hobby, you're going to be spending some money. But so yeah, you grew up Torquay area. Where what is that? What you'd call it? Geelong, Torquay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just along Surf Coast.
Yep.
Grew up when I was like, I don't know, a couple of weeks old. Dad had me in the water on boards already, and
True.
then
So you can rip a surfboard?
not to save my life.
Really? So you actually can't surf?
I'm shit house.
Does that disappoint Dad a little bit?
Oh, I reckon.
Dad's
so.
over in the corner just like, it sucks.
Yeah.
Kid can ride a bike, but he can't fucking surf for shit. Have you tried? And
Yeah.
you just don't,
I'd like to grow with surfing a lot.
Yeah.
It's I have a bond with the ocean.
Yep.
It's, I don't know.
That's been passed down from Dad though.
Yeah, I reckon so.
100%. That's just that natural.
Yeah, you go
get
down the
passed
beach.
down. Yeah.
And you're just like, oh yeah, you're at ease.
Yep.
It's yeah, I don't know. I'd like to get back into the surf and stuff.
Yep.
Like I don't know. I can stand up fine and start getting along the wave and whatnot, but I don't know when it comes to turns and everything. I
So
think,
you're not carving waves?
oh no way.
What about on the boogie board? You get on the boogie board.
Mate, I'm not a dick dragger.
Oh shit! As I was saying that, I was like, "That's probably like real. Like, you don't do boogie. Is that like rollerbladers at the skate park? You know what I mean? Like boogie boarders.
It's like scooter riders at a skate park.
That's funny, man. Oh, I've never even thought about that shit.
Oh.
All right. So, in a nutshell, too, like you said, you started off on a small bike. When I first met you, you were freestyling on a 125, which in itself was pretty rare. I think. Did you find that hard, or were you just tapped?
Tapped. Well, no, it was once I got on. I went A grade on an 85.
Yep.
And then kind of stepped away from it, and Adelberg gave me a freestyle ramp.
Yep.
Went from there.
Yep.
Progressed through tricks like nothing.
Yep.
It was like I was going through like 5 tricks a week, and it's just growing and growing and growing. Then it gets to that like that standstill point.
Yep.
And then I started throwing like Rockies on 85, and then
Yeah, right. Actually, I think I remember. I reckon that's probably where I first sort of spotted you.
yeah, it's probably when we're following each other.
Yeah, and I was like, "Fuck, this dude on an 80's ripping, bro. This is sick." And it's sick too because like that like warms me up a little bit because like that's where we all started.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we were doing freestyle. It's probably going to pop up at one point on that one of those screens back there. But yeah, we were doing seat grabs on 80s and shit, and it was a little bit. I don't know, it's just a bit cooler when you're on mini bikes and then you can step up. So now you're on a what? You're on a 250 now?
450.
450 4-stroke?
Yep.
Big dog. How are you handling that? Because you're not a big dude.
Nah.
Me either, so we're cool, bro.
Yeah.
But it sweet?
Yeah, no, it's sweet. I froth 450. It's
Yeah.
people were going, you'll be too light for it, too small for it. It's I don't know. Once you kind of adapt to everything.
Yeah.
And
once you got, I guess once you've got those bike skills in the bag,
oh yeah,
they just transfer to a something a bit bigger.
yeah. Well, I gelled to the 450 like nothing. Like I was on 252 stroke for a fair while.
Yep.
And then my whips were kind of getting to a point where they didn't want to come back because there was no limmy.
True.
And then we jumped on the 450. It was like day 2. I was throwing like the biggest turn-ups I've ever thrown, and it was just instant gel. It was cool.
That's it. So, I mean, it does make sense. Obviously, you're just implementing more power in it. But that all I was going to say too is if you, I mean, your tricks are pretty clean, dialed, and all that jazz. But if you were to, you can whip, can't you? Like, is that and you enjoy a good whip?
I love a good whip. I love a bit of a limmy bash here and there.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Is that just something that sort of probably just comes natural to you from the racing background?
Yeah, I think so. It's like,
Yep.
I don't know, like you said, freestyle's dying a bit. So, and then like you look at what the boys are doing with Best Whip now, it's just kind of gone from freestyles here, Best Whips down here, and it's kind of just swapped over, if you know what I mean.
You're not wrong, bro. Which, breaking that down is pretty crazy. And also, it isn't and isn't, because I think even through the whole come up of freestyle motocross, it didn't matter if someone did a whip, everyone would go, sick.
Yeah.
It's like you could mix it up with a fucking backflip, Superman seat grab, fucking cliffhanger, but then someone rips a whip and everyone goes, yes.
Yeah.
But it is crazy that it's almost progressed it, that like the freestyle side of things has gotten almost that full on and dangerous that it's like you're either going for it hard or it's like, nah, let's just dial in. Like, what's that fucking dude on the Stark? What's his name
Pat
again?
Evans.
Bruh.
Ridiculous.
Bruh, they're not whips. I call them machetes, man. The way that comes back around and slices, dude.
Yeah.
In saying that too, what are your thoughts on electric? Would that be something you'd consider at some point? Or are you a combustion guy?
Nah, I like the electrics. I reckon they're sick.
Have you ridden one?
Yeah, I got one at home.
Dude, like what? A Stark?
Stark, yeah.
Do ya?
Yeah, I got a demo for one on from Peter Stevens.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit. And have you been riding?
Yeah. It's power's just, I haven't hit ramps or anything on it because the power's just so different.
Really?
It's
like
ridiculous.
scary?
Yeah.
Really?
It's like 450's horsepower's 54 standard.
Yep.
I threw it on 54 on the Stark. I gave a couple nips up and down the driveway, and then I went out onto the road.
Yep.
I just let it open. Didn't get traction the whole way up the road.
Really?
It was going just doing fishies the whole thing.
I wish you brought it. Just quietly. I would have had a little zippy zip. But interesting. So could that be something that you swap over to at some point?
Yeah, at some point, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
But I've still got. I reckon I'll go to where I max out with me whips on a 450.
Yep.
And then Starks will be the next step up.
Yep.
And then get them bigger again and just keep moving forward.
That's cool. That's real cool. Is that a little bit secret? Is that a secret?
No, not really.
No? Have you posted anything of it?
No, I posted one on my story, I think, of the Stark badge.
I must have missed it.
Because
that would have got me fucking G'd up. I don't think that's fucking interesting.
I know you like your electric bikes. You like your Ron.
I think I do like my Ron. I do. It to me, I love progression and innovation, and I just like new things. So like, it's interesting to me. Like, you'll never beat a two-stroke.
No.
Ever. Because you can smell it, you can feel it, you can hear it.
Oh,
nothing better.
You hear it from a mile away.
Yeah, but like you said, like, you're not going to be able to get on a 250 and not brake track like that. The fact that these things have so much power,
it's ridiculous. It's pretty much, it's like a light switch. Like, if you just go zip, if you had that on 80, it would probably flip. You could probably flip flat.
When it comes to when are you going to jump it? And like, what's the plan for that? Like, because obviously, like you said, it's a little bit scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you going to attack that?
I'll probably take it out to a track and just start getting used to the throttle and whatnot, and just get used to jumping. Jump and shit like that.
Yep.
And then just have a send.
Yeah.
Try and center a bit deep. I'd rather go a bit deep to go up short.
Interesting. So you haven't even tracked it. So how long have you had it for?
A week.
Oh, stop it. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's real cool.
They're freaky.
Yeah.
It's like I just like pulled everything apart. I was like, I'll rip the seat off and see what it's like.
True.
You have to undo bolts on the shroud.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you have to take your subby bolts out and bolt in the rear guard, and it takes the whole side of the bike off and everything. It's like an eco skeleton. It's
really
weird. Yep.
So how would that come to like start cutting it up in that? Can you still like cut grab holes and shit?
Yeah, you probably could.
Yeah.
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 But I don't know. Like Pat, he does them off his rear fender. Seat.
Really?
Yep.
That's
seat
old
grabs.
school fucking Dane Canard shit.
Yep.
That's gangster.
Seat grabs and hearts off his rear thing.
Interesting.
Ridiculous.
Okay. This fucking camera behind me is absolutely doing my head in. We're getting some mad beeps. I'm going to go quickly zip over here and turn this off.
Look good in that camera.
Oh, no, see that shot there. All right, so this is actually, I didn't expect this, and I'm super interested in it because I like I said, I froth this whole evolution of electric bikes. I think it's just sort of pretty cool.
Yep.
But yeah. So what does that mean? Like maybe like fucking ride park? You'll be out this weekend or something, or would you hit ride park, or you just got private tracks?
Yeah, I might go to ride park. I don't know.
Yeah.
see what it goes down.
Interesting. It'll be interesting to see sort of how it goes on track and how you can adapt to it, I guess, is the best sort of way to put it.
Yeah, we got the demo at a shit time too because I was like, because I got 51 coming up.
Yep.
Because I want to go there and win that.
Yep.
But
that's the spirit.
Yeah, if I don't know, if I got used to the Stark so much and then kind of went back to a 450, like this
holding off a little bit.
Yeah, this bit hard.
Yeah, okay. I'd say in that and saying that there's an upcoming event.
Yep.
Area 51 comp.
Area 51 on October the, what is it? 18th, I'm pretty sure.
It's 2 weeks.
19th, yeah.
So technically, I think when this comes out, it'll be the weekend of that because this will be 2 weeks away.
Yep.
But yeah, nice. And like you said, obviously you plan on going there and winning it.
Oh yeah.
That's mad. What? Fuck, I sort of lost my train of thought then. I haven't actually been to that event. I actually spoke to a mate and said he hit me up and he was like, "You should fucking try and come." And I wouldn't mind checking it out. It does look like it's a. You went last year?
Yep.
Yep, and it's a pretty good time. Yeah.
It's a pretty sick event.
Yeah.
It's like they had the boys like Harry and Southie and that were out there.
Yep.
I think Toppy might not have come out, but like those boys were out just doing their thing, just kind of freestyling it up.
Yep.
And then I got second last year, and my whips were shit.
Yep.
So hopefully I go back this year and take the dub. Because
is this whip comp or FMX?
Whip comp.
So are you only in the whip comp or you're in the FMX comp? Is there an FMX comp?
No, I don't think so. There's a free ride comp, but there's a free ride and best whip comp. So I'm in the best whip.
Who won last year?
Louis.
Fucking bastard. On your Louis. It's fair though. Is he coming again?
No, I've had word that he's out.
Yeah, well, there you go. You're going to win this one, brother.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, no,
Hopefully.
that's sick. What else? You flipping?
I've flipped,
Yep.
just not to dirt or a bag or anything yet.
So you've done it in the pit a few times?
Yeah.
Where's your head at with that whole situation?
I don't know. Flips are real weird. Like I can rotate, like just piece.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's just easy. But just when you're upside down, I don't know. Maybe because when you rotate and you're staring back,
Yep.
you're looking from upside down and you're like coming down from a drop
Yep.
to an airbag or a foam pit.
Yep.
It's just kind of like natural instinct to jump. You're like,
Yep.
I'm going long. I'm gonna die. But
Yeah, you really need that natural trigger that we have of like, oops, something's going wrong.
Yeah.
And I think fucking Schmiedo's was always a big one too. A big jam for him was always like, you're meant to go straight.
Yeah.
So when you start doing like these ones, it like throws everything off. Like you're meant to be looking straight ahead. And I was like sort of thinking that could almost be a bit of a play in the part of your thing. But where do you plan on stomping it? And like, what's your game plan for that?
I'll flip. I'll flip 75.
Yep.
Make a bit of extra cash at shows and whatnot. And then, just kind of progress through. I'll progress through flip tricks eventually.
Yep.
It just, everything takes time. So,
Yep.
But yeah, no, I'd be keen to flip. And
Yep.
I when I first flipped, I went to Corey Hindenburg's with J.O.
Yep.
And I had the 110 there.
Yep.
And he goes, pull 3/4 of the way up and just look back and you'll be fine.
Yep.
I reckon I pulled about 3/4 too late. just dead pulled on the thing. And I was like, oh, I'm dead. But
You do have to make that. I feel like everyone has that first goon flip before they get their head around what actually happens. Like, you have to sort of, that's always going to happen.
Yeah.
So you started obviously 110.
Yep.
And then did a few in the pit, then
Flip
grab
110, then 125.
Yep.
And then I probably should have flipped the 125, to be honest. I was getting around like perfect.
Yep.
And I jumped on 250 and started flipping that.
Yep.
And just because the power difference, it was just like that real nippy.
Yep.
Real aggressive onto it.
Yep.
It was just it was real odd to get used to.
Yeah, right.
So like I was like pulling, I was like, oh nah, I'm off, jump. I haven't pulled hard enough, but realistically I probably pulled perfectly. It's just a little
Head
bit
fucks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. Are you a bit of a bailer?
I am.
Same. Bro, I'll fucking jump off at the fucking split second of I just get off. Like, it's hectic. Actually, in saying that, you know what was fucking good? That little crash you had the other day, man, was a banger.
Oh, that
Like-
was not fun.
Was it it looked like a good like whiplasher.
Oh yeah.
It hurt.
I come out of it unbelievably lucky.
Yeah, right. That's sort of what it looked like, but it also looked like it was like a lucky one, but it still looked like it tweaked you a bit. Like, did it pump you into the ground pretty hard?
Yeah, I've just walked away with a hurt ego and a bruised ass cheek. That's about it.
Yeah, bro. It's like, fuck, there's something about it. It was just one of those crashes that sort of makes you go, whoo.
Yeah. Nah,
Like, he's all right. Whoo, he's all right. That's good.
Yeah, I go to Dad. I had a good session on the ramp, like on 75.
Yep.
And I was like, it's sunset. We'll try and get a couple of vids on the hip.
Yep.
Go like dead in front of the ramp and I'll jump over the top here.
Yep.
And he's like, yeah, righto. And I do like those like one-legged
Yep.
like pancakes, like
Yep.
like nothing generally.
Yep.
And I don't know, I pulled like real weird on it. And it's weird because you crank your bars back and it wants to pull that way.
Yep.
And I must have pulled them back a bit early.
Yep.
And next minute I just realised I was going a bit long and
Yeah.
landed sideways. I was like, oh, not good. try and save what I could. And,
Yeah.
and then,
Just drove you.
I went like, when it flicked me, I was like, I've got it. I'll save this. And then it flicked me that way and my foot come off. I was
Yeah.
like, that's not good. And then it flicked me again and I was on top of my bars, just
You were just like riding the bus.
Supermaning over the thing. I was like, oh, yeah, no, this is going to hurt.
Yeah, that's sick.
But I come out good, so, yeah, I'm happy.
That's it. It's like, to be honest, like you said, bro, as long as you can walk away from them.
100%. It's like the one at Swan Hill. Like, I went over the bars and then changed my jersey out, just kept riding.
Yeah. That was a
solid crash.
That was a solid crash.
That was
Like,
pretty good. Pretty
yeah,
funny.
you ripped your like you full ripped your the tire hit you and munched you, didn't it?
Yeah. I reckon I would have been fine if that bike didn't hit me.
Yeah, for sure.
To this day, like I go back and think of it.
Yeah.
Like if that bike didn't topple over you, you would have just jumped up and just
like walked away
walked
from
off with not a scratch on you.
Yep.
Maybe a bit of burn on your wrist or something.
Yeah, a little bit of fucking rub burn. That's always going to do it. Nothing worse.
It doesn't feel great.
Hectic. So I'm sort of thinking too, being a bit of a youngster, like you at school still? You go to school?
Homeschooled.
Are you?
Yeah.
How long you been homeschooled for?
Since year 7.
Yep.
Yep.
So nice.
I haven't stepped a day in high school.
Fucking lucky man. It's probably a good thing. I mean, that's super good. So and then obviously, so you're still being homeschooled. You're not you work or anything?
From time to time, go and help mum and dad at the cafe.
Yep.
But yeah, just ride shows.
Yep.
Get some cash from that.
Are you getting many shows?
I got a show in a week, maybe just under a fortnight.
Yep.
And that's in Wangaratta.
Yep.
So I'm riding for Sinks.
Yep.
And then we're doing that, and yeah, then the week after we're up in Queensland for Thinger.
Yeah, nice.
So, but it's cool. I reckon you could probably. It's hard to make a living out of riding shows
These days. Yeah.
But it's doable. I reckon you got to be in America though for shit like that.
Yeah.
But
Is there much shows going on over there? Or is it sort of similar? Yeah, there's a bit more,
yeah, it's just a scene over there. It's just so
bigger.
much bigger.
Yep.
But yeah, because like I was looking at like even back to Pat, he rode 18 shows in a week, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, ridiculous, eh?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I seen it on his story before. I was like, what? 18?
Fuck. So there's fucking plenty going on there.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's just there's just more population. There's more money. There's more everything over there.
It's like we only have 51.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the only whip comp.
Yeah.
And then
it's like the only comp at all anymore, isn't it?
practically.
Yeah.
I think well, like Ozex are bringing their stuff back.
Yep.
And then, but it's like you look at America, they got like Big Hill Jam.
Yeah.
Just out of the blue.
Yep.
Whip a freestyle comp come up.
Yep.
X Games has been held in Ventura, like flat stick.
Yeah. And I feel like there'd always be like demos and shit going on at like Supercrosses and that and all that sort of stuff. Yeah,
it's like I'm pretty sure Twitch does like 95% of the what's it called?
Yep.
Like Supercross shows.
Yep.
Like him, Axel, Gavin Sayers, and maybe Bilko from time to time.
Yep. Yep. No, interesting. Yeah. Hey. Would you plan on would the States be an end goal?
Yeah, States would be cool to live in.
Yep.
I reckon. I don't know. I just like travel the world. It's cool. Like it's like there's like Master Dirt.
Yep.
Night of the Jumps. They do like all Europe tours.
True. The whole Night of the Jumps is still going on, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep. That's always pretty big still. I think there's still a bit of like a scene over there. It's great. Australia's just so.
That's shit.
We just fucking go through trends.
Yeah.
And then, like, once we don't care, we don't care. It's fucking so shit. But, like, yeah, it's crazy how those other countries still, like, keep those fucking, what's the word for it? Like, not demographics, but certain people that are all about that sort of shit. Gotcha. They stay alive. Where Australia's so shit for that. Like, we just don't have enough people.
No.
But, I mean, it is good to see things like Area 51 and that. Doing events and putting stuff on, but it would be good to sort of see a little bit more. Like, there's nothing down this way. But I mean, at the same time too, there never really has. Down here's always been, and I think down here it's got a lot to do with like the weather, bro.
Oh shit!
So shit, yeah. Like, fuck.
Vic may be the worst state.
Oh man,
anywhere in the world.
Just like you want to go for a ride. Here's some wind, cunt.
Oh, it's looking good. Gear up. It's 40k winds and it starts drizzling. You're like, oh yep, sick. That's out.
Fucking A. I was going to say before too, do you have your own compound or have you got like do you ride somewhere in particular or what's the go with your compound?
Own compound.
Yep. So just in the backyard?
In the backyard.
How good?
Oh, it's a dream.
Yep.
We had it down maybe 10 minutes down the road.
Yep.
When I first started hitting ramps.
Yep.
And like that place, I was riding there when I was on 50.
Yeah, right.
And then we just stuck there on for years and years and years.
Yep.
And then it just kind of all got shut down and moved it all home. And
is that your classic shutdown because of a fucking sooky neighbour?
Yep.
Classic.
Just
but it was
dust.
up the road from you and now you've just moved it up the road. Is that neighbour can't hear anymore or what? How far away up the road?
Nah, it's a little bit.
It's a bit. Yeah, cool.
It's but it's because it was just off the rail trail.
Yeah,
so
right.
Just like off the walking trail.
Yep.
And people just walked back and forth through it, and they just after time just got pissed because people riding there when it was dusty and.
Yep, classic.
It's like I know when to not ride. If it's like dusty, it's shit, powder.
Yep.
Don't ride.
Yep.
It's not gonna end well for you.
Yep.
But yeah.
Are you at your joint pretty good for neighbours and that?
Everyone's they're sick. It's like the neighbours up the back. They just do skids up and down the thing.
Nice.
Because they got like an asphalt driveway.
Yeah, right.
That just goes forever to the end of the road.
True.
And then because like we're on a dirt road, and our like 95% of our 75% of our neighbours ride.
Yeah,
so
right.
It's pretty sick.
So everyone's in the same sort of circle.
Yeah, the boys up the back get around. You see him, it's just like shocking. And you're like, oh man, cover my ears.
Just full sends out the back.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. Then our neighbour on the left, he rides. He has a track out the back.
Yep.
Like just like little track, and we're me and the boys went out there on the 110s. It was dusty as shit.
Yep.
And it was some of the most fun I've ever had on a 110.
True. Bro, 110s can be so much fun, bro. Like,
they are deadly too.
Yeah, if you go, because that's why, because they get so much fun. You get really excited and really comfortable, and then the next thing you know, you're decking yourself.
Oh, mate, you feel on top of the world on a 110.
yeah, you feel like I'm pro as till it fucks up, and then you're fucking in a tree or something, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, I was I was making kind of like a little quarter.
Yep.
Yeah, and just because we had the skiddy, we had the excavator, and I was making my downy.
Yep.
Yeah, we had spare dirt in the thing. I was like, I'm gonna make like a little in dirt quarter, and it'll be sick to play around on, like to do like foot plant 180s and that.
Yep. Just like a little quarter pipe.
Yeah, and I started doing it. And it blew out so fast, and I done the first one. I greased it. I was like, that was sick. I got height. Foot plant and all. It was just picture perfect. Next one, just boost out of it, and then just don't even hit the
foot missed. Did the old foot miss?
Nah, because it was blown out off the first jump. I just missed the quarter pretty much. I've just laid it down on top of it, just flat. I'm like, oh yep, righto.
Oh, that's cold. Fucking hell. Where else we at? Just trying to fucking think. I'm telling you, bloody not having Schmedo here to back me up helps fucking gets a little bit hard because I'm just trying to rattle all these things, and I had things in my head that I was like, oh yeah, I'll ask that, I'll talk about this, and then they disappear really fast. Well, so yeah, I think we sort of said so is there much coming up apart from Area 51 and like this show that's pretty soon? Like, do you have a trajectory? What's to come? Like, so like after Area 51, what's the goals? After winning Area 51, let's talk positive here. Once you win Area 51, what are you going to do?
I don't know, put head down and work harder again.
Yeah.
It's just there's word I think that they're thinking of bringing like because they're doing like that X Games League thing. They're going to do.
Yep.
I think there's word that they're going to hold like qualifying events.
Yeah, right.
So if that goes
Get
plan,
around that. Yep.
I'd be down.
Yep.
Put the head down, qualify for that, go to X Games, try and take it to the big leagues, and
that's the go.
Yeah, go from there.
Yep. And like you're sort of saying too, probably after Area 51, you're probably going to like have a good crack with this Stark, huh?
Yeah, I'd be
get comfy on that and have a good rip on it. That's cool.
They're a machine, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's scary, huh?
Yeah.
You can tell when people talk about it. It's like they don't want to. They like they're scared. Like it's like they want. They're full on. Yeah.
Oh, it's full on. All right. It's
right.
They're just so go. That's the only word you have for it. They just go. That's it. There's no stopping them.
That's wild. Fuck, I want to ride one so bad. That's crazy. Yeah. What else was there? Fuck me, I'm just trying to fucking... How long have we been going for? Just out of curiosity. How long? Oh yeah, that's fucking not much at all.
Short potty.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Short one. I'm stuck. I don't know what else to say. There'd have to be fucking more shit. I don't know. Do you want to talk about anything? I don't know. Anything off the top of your dome that you're like, oh yeah, I want to tell the world this?
I don't know. How are you feeling today, mate?
I'm pretty good, man. I can't complain. I mean, I'm a little bit tired. Didn't even slept much this week. Like I said, it's a little bit harder not having homie here to bounce off and back me up when I need someone else to ask a question when my brain goes fucking boo. But no, yeah, same. I'm just fucking busy, bruv. Fucking making shit happen, doing things. I hate this part because I feel stupid. You know what I mean? I feel real fucking stupid. Oops. I've got really nothing. This is hectic. I've fully gone blank, ladies and gentlemen. I really, really apologise for this one. And you know what's worse? Now that I've gone blank, it's like really hoeing in on me, and it's like stay in this blank space. Let's just go with I don't even fucking know. What do you plan on doing for work?
Ride.
So your aim is to ride bikes for a living?
Go distance. Yep.
Yep. Sick.
Yep.
Will it consume with freestyle, or like we sort of push for other shit? Like will you get into racing at all again or anything? Or are you like over the racing scene?
Maybe I'd race again.
Yeah.
Probably. I wouldn't be professional, that's for sure.
Yep.
But like, I don't know.
For fun, sort of.
It's always good to get around on track. I get around on track pretty decent still, so
yep.
I haven't really. If anything, I've gained speed. So
Yeah. You should be technically getting better all around.
Yeah,
you?
practically.
Yep. Do you fuck around in the bush much?
Mate.
Not much of a bush dude?
I'm not an enduro rider.
Nah.
Not a bush basher.
Oh, I see that. That makes me. I want to go out the bush with you now.
I went out the bush with my uncle.
Yep.
In Captain's Flat.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, well, I'll take you out the bush and it'll be sick because he likes enduro riding.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, righto. And it was that dusty, I couldn't see coming down a hill. I got clotheslined by a stick coming down at like 30k an hour down a hill. And then I crashed and he just kept going because he mustn't have heard.
Yep.
And he just kept going down the road. And I was like, oh, righto. And there was the one time, because it was getting late, Dad goes, oh, you don't need your knee braces on, do you? I was like, nah, I'll be right. I'll just throw pants
She'll be right.
jersey on that on. Oh.
Did you do your knee?
Yeah, it hurt.
Yeah.
I got off the bike. I was just back limp, and I was like,
"Oh no!" So that was your turning point too, to be like, "Oh, I don't do enduro."
Nah, I'm not an enduro rider.
I want to go out in the bush with you now and take you up some big hills and just watch you cry. I fucking hate this shit, man. Enduro, like bushes grouse for that, like because it's hard.
Yeah,
it fucking is hard, man.
It's funny. It's like
it'll break you.
Oh yeah, but back to the hills thing. It's like when I was like racing.
Yep. I
used to train with Ross Beaton.
Yep.
And like very good coach.
Yep.
Coach's junior KTM's team and that.
Yep.
And he I went out to his place, and his old place is just up and down hills. It's ridiculous. It's an unbelievable track. Yep. I wish I was riding it now.
Yep.
On a proper bike.
Where's he from?
Over the other side.
Yep. Like other side of the city.
Yeah, it's like Gippsland way.
Yep.
And then like it was just up and down hills, and I've never jumped. Like I was riding an 85, but that was like the first time I rode it properly.
Yep.
I went there to learn, and Ross is like, all right, I don't want you jumping anything, and he had 120 foot like Tabo.
Yeah, right.
I was like, I reckon I could get that. It's got a fair run up, and I cased it, and he's like, just started having a go at me. He was like, I told you not to jump this. Why are you jumping it? And then the rest of the day was just shit for me because up on the hills, I was a midget back then.
Yep.
Like I'm not that much taller now. I'm at like 5'8".
Just 5'8". You're pushing 5'8".
Oh, okay, mate.
5'2", bro. That'd be like me saying, "Yeah, I'm 6'1". No, I'm not. I'm like 5'4".
Oh.
Add a couple of inches. It's all good. We all do it.
I was going to say 6'1", so you could click the bullshit alert.
Bullshit! I forgot about the bullshit meter, but yeah. Just if anyone knows, we have a bullshit alarm here. So if anyone calls bullshit, we're going to bang the bullshit alarm.
Yep.
But yeah, we're calling bullshit on that.
Yeah, I'm not
I'd
6'1".
say 5'5".
5'5"?
You reckon?
Mum's
I don't know. Are you
5'5".
taller than me?
Oh, no. Am I?
I don't know. Let's get up and look.
Get off that, mate.
Oh, we're pretty similar. I reckon you'd be about, I don't know, 5. I'm going to say 5'6". I'll give you 1 inch.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah. So anyway, you're not a bush rider. That's not going to happen. But one day we're gonna go for a bush ride. And it's going to be fun as.
Yeah, let's go out of the bush. Why
I'll
not?
bring the 125. You can get you still got a 125? Or do you obviously sell all that? So you've only got what 450 now, and then the Stark that you're sort of on test with?
Yeah, I got a track and a freestyle bike.
Oh, yeah.
450.
Yep.
And then still got the old 85 there. She's still chilling.
Nice. Cool.
I'll take that out for the bush.
Is that just a bit of sentimental?
Yeah, pretty much.
Keep that for sentimental times.
Yeah. Couple pitters there.
Yep.
And then, the 85's not running.
Nah.
Oh, imagine taking that thing out to ride park, just see how fast I can blow it up.
But you know what's funny too? I actually, a few years ago, man, I'd ridden for ages, and one of my mates had a YZ85, and he had a 250 or something. And for some weird reason, we were like, we're going to go ride park. And I'm like, bro, I'm riding that 80, man.
Yeah.
Bro, I had this thing screaming the whole time, man. And because, like, you know, I hadn't ridden an 80 for like 10 years, yeah? So, like, I just jumped on this thing, man, and I was just like, what, cracked. Just, It was so much fun, man. Like, it's literally one of the best days I've ever had at Ride Park was on an 85 because it was just, I don't know, you could just it felt like you were going really fast, but you're not really moving that fast. And it's like, I'm going to like break my neck here. It's just like.
What'd you say? 10 years since you rode at 80?
Would be, man.
Oh, shit. Look up on the screen, mate.
That's 20 years ago, bruv. Oi, facts, dude. Straight up. Well, I'm just trying to think. I reckon that would have been.
Yeah,
that would have been 7 years ago. Easy, bro. That would have been like 2006. No, 16. That would have been like 2016. I reckon that I probably got off an 80 in about 02.
Yeah.
When were you born?
07.
Fuck. Bro, I'd started MDP before you were born. My brand's older than you. That's crazy, dude.
Weird to think, eh?
It's so crazy. Well, that's like he's the same year as my brand.
Yep.
So it's like that 1 year above. But like to me, like that just like I was fully grown in that. You know what I mean? And now I don't know. Age is fucking scary, man. I don't know. I think it's just the reality of getting old and it actually hitting you, and then you sort of see it for what it is, and it's fucking scary. But at the same time, it's also good. It's good seeing all the young punks. Not cunts. I shouldn't call you cunts, but you probably are a little bit on the good days. You know what I mean? But it's good to see that there is still a little bit of action in the sport, and you know people are still about it.
Bit of mongrel about it.
Yeah, it's good to see, man. And do you think, in saying that too, I feel like it's probably got a big influence, do you think, would be your old man who's sitting behind camera at the moment here, ladies and gentlemen?
He's hiding.
I tried to see if I could scrape him on the podcast here, but he's not keen. He's over in the corner hiding. Do you think he was a big influence? Or
on riding?
Yeah. Push?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what was your influence then? What made you go, fuck yeah, I want to be fucking freestyle motocross rider?
I don't even know. It's just come natural.
Yeah,
it's
right.
It's like I was watching dudes on the Supercross throwing like Jeremy throwing knacks and
Yep.
or someone throwing a heel clicker over the finish line and that.
Yep.
You're like, that's sick.
Yep.
I was at a ride park on an 85 I was doing like one-handers and I was like, this is sick. I'm a beast. and then like grew to like no-handers and heel clickers over step-ups.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, what? It's kind of going somewhere. You're progressing.
Yep.
And then obviously I got the ramp and then I kind of just kept going and going.
Fell into it, sort of. Because you always had that little bit of, like, to me, it's sort of like, you always had that little bit of a punk vibe to you, which...
Good music taste, mate.
Well, that's, again, probably I feel like I'm going to give your dad props on that one. He definitely had you in the car listening to the right shit and you were like, this sounds good, Dad.
Yeah.
But, because that's, being so young, I feel like you would have come up in the like, shiny side of FMX, yeah? Yep. Like, you weren't around for, like, the early crusty militia sort of days, but you sort of go back to that, do you? Like, I feel like that's
it's sick to watch.
Yeah, like, that's...
It's very, it's cool to watch how fast it progressed.
Yeah.
But it's shit to watch and how slow it's stopped now.
Yes.
It's just progressed too fast.
Yeah, it did.
For what it was.
Yeah, it did.
It's like Meka.
Yeah.
Done those flips at X Games. In what year? Oh, 02?
I think it was 02.
02 or 3?
Yep.
And, like, you look at that, and then, like, 3, 4, 5 years later, Pastrana doubles.
Yeah.
And then double flips are still relevant.
Yeah.
Crazy to think, eh?
Yeah, that is a good point. That's still the best run in FMX, that Metzger run.
Oh, yeah.
Flawless.
Hands down.
That one-hand indie grab, bro.
Oh.
Bro, you know what's funny? I'll even take you back, bro. Back in my day, right?
Oh,
Right, you couldn't just watch that on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So you had to download it on Kazaa, right? Man, I shit you not. I reckon we waited 2 days for a fucking minute and a half video to download on Kazaa, and then it was like, bro, the Metzger fucking runs fucking downloaded. All the boys come over and we watch it on this fucking computer screen in probably less than 720. You know what I mean? It was probably what is it, 480 or something like that?
Yeah, 480.
So, like, bro, and like, but man, still to this day, that was, like, obviously Kerry Hart coming out and doing that flip was pretty big. But it was also that was a little bit of a different time. Like, we had to wait for Krusty Demons to come out. Like, we seen a couple of magazines and heard some shit. And then it was like, okay, Krusty 2000, actually, is it 2000 with it's on? Or no, it's 6. I think it's metal. I think it's Krusty 6 that the flip's on.
Yeah, it might be, yeah.
But, like, we literally had to wait till the end of the year for that movie to come out to be able to see it. And then, like we're sort of saying, within 2 years, the internet was, like, more of a thing.
Yeah.
And you can then download, like, clips of the latest X Games.
Yeah, it's cool.
Crazy.
Cool looking at that old stuff. It's like, it's like Hart flipped.
Yep.
And it's like, obviously he didn't land it.
Yep.
But he proved it was possible.
Yep.
Then Metzger is just Metzger, just an absolute freak.
Yep.
If Metz is watching this, he's an absolute legend too.
Yeah, shout out to Metz, the godfather, the king. All respect.
Hell yeah. He called me when I was in hospital when I broke both my legs.
Really?
Yeah.
So you have a bit of a yarn to him?
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's super sick, man. I'm a big fan of him too because he's got that like artist side to him.
He's
like
he's cool artist.
Yeah, man. Like I love his artwork. I've always loved his style. It's always like stood out to me, and it's fucking sick.
He might have it still up.
Yeah, the old Buddy Metzger, hands down, one of the like he had a sick. What was his? He had a sick DVD too. I think it was called The Godfather.
Yep.
It was sick. That'd be rare these days. I wonder if I've still got it.
I want to find this now. It was...
How's that just on the digis with Metzger, this little kid? No worries, mate. Fucking hell. Do a couple of sea grabs, a couple of good whips, and all the big dogs are like, yeah, son. That's gangster.
I can't find it. It was on like a... might have been like a fuel drum.
Yep.
It was it was called One Life or something.
Yep.
And he had on it, we're only here for one life. Do what you can do what you want while you can or something.
Yeah, right.
With his artwork and shit.
Yep.
I was like, that's so sick.
He's got some really cool shit, man. Like, I mean, he's obviously got his classic like eyeball wings logo sort of thing.
It's like I'm mates with like a lot of the militia boys.
Yep.
And like it's like Ryan Cable. I talk to him heaps.
Yep.
And Cabe's got I don't know if it's on his forearm or his bicep.
Yep.
He got Metzger to do a eyeball on his thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't even think twice. If I was in the States and had that opportunity, bro, I'd be like, Metzger, do the eyeball.
Just do everything.
Cover me in eyeballs and wings, bro. Like, I don't even want tattoos anymore. Like, I'm so past that stage. But, like, as an art collector, if you will, bro, I would froth to have a Metzger tattoo. And then,
sick,
like,
eh?
oh, man, like, and it's cool that he does that too. Like, I've always, like, fuck, man, he truly is the godfather of that sport.
Yeah,
and
100%.
like, yeah, I mean, even just in a nutshell, you know, like he was one of the original dudes doing heel clickers and that.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and then
it's so weird to think. It's like you think back then, everyone was like a punk.
Yeah,
And then Pastrana came into it and kind of changed everything again.
made it a little bit clean cut.
He went clean.
Yep.
And then like a few people followed.
Yep.
And then the rivalry started.
Yep.
It's just, it's cool how shit works, you know?
Yeah, it is. It is. And like you sort of said, it did. Like the whole FMX thing was like a rebel thing.
Yep.
It was like a bunch of races that like on the finish line would do a double can or a heel clicker.
Like, have you watched Mind of the Demon? Lane Cody's story?
What a DVD.
It's unreal.
What a human being.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm good mates with Lincoln.
Yeah,
his son.
His son. Yep.
He's like, me and him play COD flat stick.
True.
He's beast.
I actually think I know that. I think last time I was speaking to you, you were just like
Yeah, probably.
back and forth, and we had this sort of similar conversation. But that's super cool. Like on that note, I'm just going to recommend that if anyone wants to watch an insane motocross freestyle lifestyle DVD, Mind of a Demon, the Larry Linkoggle story is unfucking believable.
It's unbelievable. It's sick.
What a ruthless dude.
Oh,
like you can't even.
It's like in it. It's like he was talking, like when he started racing and whatnot.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden he just changed and was like, "Give me gear back to the sponsors. I don't want it anymore.
Yep.
I'm riding for myself.
Yep.
And what I'm about." And then just goes out and just starts throwing. He could be dead last, and everyone's just cheering for him because he's just doing his own shit. You know.
Yep.
It's cool.
It is. It's cool to look back at that now and be like, it was because of a few of those dudes.
Yeah.
Changed the whole fucking industry,
Yeah.
man.
It's like I love my surf and stuff.
Yep.
It's like Andy Irons, greatest one of the greatest surfers of all time.
Yep.
And like his lifestyle growing up, it was just the same thing. It was like he kind of went into his own style and everything.
Yep.
And like he had his own style and it was unbelievable.
Yep.
And it's cool. It's all the little things that kind of come into freestyle stuff too. Not that like surfing and freestyle is the same.
But it sort of is. It's an art.
Yeah, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It's like
100%.
You have your own style with both things.
Yeah.
It's like surf, and you could have a really really sick air.
Yep.
But is your rail game good?
Yep.
Like you can't do that to save yourself, can you?
Yep.
It's like getting it's something that I aspire to be is an all round rider.
Yeah.
Don't want to stick to just like
Well, that kid can whip. It's like, but he can also do a fucking Superman and rail a berm like a boss. Yeah. But he can't go up a hill.
He's got me there.
We'll train you. We'll go out and we'll do some hill climbs, bruv. We'll get some... Oh, bro, hill climb. You know what it is, bro? Sit on the tank, hold it wide, and pray to whoever you pray to and just go, let that ass end just bounce, bruv. Like, But fully. Like, I agree and respect and almost can relate to that sort of thing too. Like, I'm a big, I like to give it a go.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, if I'd rather be, like jack of all trades than master of one. I'd rather be able to have a go at everything and be like semi good at it than be like the best dude on a, like I like going out there and having to send in a cars. Like, I'm not the best drifter at all. I am far from it, but I'll have a go.
Yeah, it's just
and
sick.
I'll get out there and then, all these other little things that it's like, I think that's just a genuinely good approach to life to be able to go, I don't want to be able to do that enough that I can do it. And then once I can do that, I'm going to try that.
Yeah. It's like you look at the boys that have just grown up on ramps.
Yep.
You can tell.
Oh,
it's like,
take them out the bush.
Yeah. even like them throwing like whips off ramps, you can tell that they don't have the right bike skill because they have I call it the freestyle style. Yep. Because the whip's like real upright or like real two-stagey. Yep. It's like you look at any of the boys at X Games now. Yep. You look at the whips and they're just so fluent, just perfect.
And then, like you said, that comes from like the knowledge behind whipping dirt jumps, different jumps, all these different things. And I mean, in saying that too, that's always been a bit of a sort of situation. Like, even when we were into it and it was all going on, like, probably within like 4 or 5 years of it becoming like really popular, there's this massive influx of, and like we just called them ramp kids.
Yeah.
Because like that's all they knew. Like, you know, we started on dirt hits, like dirt doubles, out the bush, tracks, building just little shitty jumps here and there. And then you evolve to things like ramps where like you end up meeting these dudes that came into it when it was only ramps. It was 75 foot. It was ready to go. I can fit one of them in my backyard and that's all I know how to ride. It's like, and man, some of those dudes ripped.
Oh, yeah.
But you go for just a trail ride and they'll fucking put a foot down and...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, what? You can't even go down this little hill, dude. What is wrong with you? He's like, oh, yeah, but I've never really...
Yeah.
I just... Straight ramp on a concrete pad that they've fucking poured. So it's all just perfect and you can... So I think there's always going to be the... I don't know. It's like you'd almost call them blow-ins, but they're not because like they obviously still have that like love and passion and they love it. And then maybe they just haven't had opportunities that a lot of us have had. But
you were around when Crusty One came out, weren't you?
Yes.
Were you riding?
Yeah, like, I mean, I was riding at 4. I think my old man put me on a bike at 4.
Yeah. Were you doing T-grabs and that when Crusty One came out?
Nah, I would have been... It would have been like Crusty 2000, Crusty 6 era when we were like in it. So like right when the backflip happened, that was when we were doing it as hard as we were too.
Isn't it weird you think of that if you were like 2 years prior and doing C-crabs, you could have went somewhere with freestyle.
100%.
It's weird to think, isn't it?
Well, that's the crazy thing too. We were like that generation under people like Uric, Kennard, Jono Porter, Dane Kennard. I said that. Yeah, there was all these. There was that like that next. They were the dudes that were like 5 years older than us, and then we were like the generation under them. And then, you know, it is sort of like half. You know, like Schmido. A couple. I mean, most of the boys like Broads, Schmido.
Yeah.
A couple of the boys, and like Broads was late too. Like
Broads was late.
He came in like. We were almost all done. And he was like, hey, guys, can I be a freestyle too? Let's get into it. All right, bros, let's fucking get back into that lifestyle.
Yeah.
And it did. It pumped everyone else up a little bit. But, yeah, it is sort of interesting to see that whole, the gaps in it all and how different things sort of changed, you know. Like, my biggest thing, though, was I go too hard. And, like, so I'd end up crashing a lot.
Yep.
And then so like that was like putting me out a little bit, and then I ended up being like my passion was in the camera side of it. I'd rather film. And the boys were getting better around me, so I was like, well, I'm fucking shit. I just fucking keep fucking eating dirt.
It's like
I might as well film the boys.
Yeah.
And
how sick would that? How sick would that have been if like you were like earlier again?
Yeah.
If like MDP and Krusty.
Yeah.
Like imagine that.
Yeah. And like that, it's sort of like we were in this weird, because like before us, there was things like Homegrown Maniacs. That was like the Aussie Krusty stuff. And, you know, again, it had all those Uric, Flinny, fucking all those old school dudes. And we were like that generation under them. And I think by the time it got to our generation, it was cool and happening and everyone was doing it, that like there was like little crews and dudes of them everywhere. Yep. So like it was hard to stand out. Like in saying it, I think after a while, I think we still did stand out because we were just that like Melbourne sort of militia-y sort of, you know, hat backwards, pants sagging, don't give a fuck sort of loud music. Cunts.
Yeah.
We always stood out like that because at the time it was, when we came into it like that, it was starting to get very proper.
Yep.
It was, you know, colourful gear and it was started to get like way more formal, and we were still the dudes, you know, like handbraking in with a fucking van.
Yeah.
Like van full of dudes just fucking shit up. Like
not mainstream at all.
Far from it. If anything, the complete opposite. Like and on purpose too, you know, fuck that. We're not gonna fucking conform to this bullshit. Like we grew up on some militia shit, you know?
It's like back to Linkogel.
Yeah. Get the same attitude.
Yeah, you could like people were like, oh, he sold out, militia came big or something like that. it's like him and Brian. They just played their cards right.
They did, man.
And they're not selling out.
Yeah.
They're just doing what's best for them, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think that's one of those things too, like as an adult now, it's funny because like it was such an illusion back in the day.
Yep.
It looked real. It was like, and like you look back now as an adult and you're sort of like, fuck, they sold all that to us.
Yep.
Like it was really good, smart marketing. And like you have to sort of respect that as an adult now. But like I remember back in the day, man, like it was like fucking sell out dogs.
Yeah.
Like they've got they're in fucking Kmart now. Like Metal Moody's in Kmart. What the fuck is this? Like all that sort of shit that was pretty. But again, that was because we were sucked into the illusion of it being real. It's like, well, it's not. It was all a business.
Yeah.
You know, and it was smart.
You get your 40-year-old dudes that were watching Krusty when it first came out, and then you look at them now, and like they're dudes that are nobodies.
Yeah.
And they're like, use sellouts, use went somewhere in life, you know.
Yep. And I think it is. Once you can see it for the bigger picture, you can accept it for what it is. Where a lot of people, I think they're stuck in that like, oh, you should stay hardcore. It's like, things do evolve, and you have to work with it, and you know what I mean. You can't always be fucking hardcore.
No,
like, but yeah, I think that comes down to certain people that need to grow up a little bit themselves too. You know, which is always good. It's always good to know that you're young and you probably got more fucking sense than half these 40-year-old sad dudes. That are like, fucking sell out. Shut up, you old cunt. You know what I mean? Like, dude. What the fuck, man? You sooky old cunt. Who gives a shit? They're out there having fun. That's the main thing.
Oh, I know. It's like, I don't know. I had something in mind and then it just flew out of my head.
Welcome to my world, brother. That happens all the time. Fuck, that was good. And now you know it's fuck. Now we were on a roll then, and now it's like going, fuck. All right, shit. What time are we looking at? That's pretty good. I think we've done pretty fucking well. What's the time too? It's 1 o'clock. I don't want to fucking keep you here all day though, but I think that was a pretty good fucking yarn. I think we touched base. I think we sort of got a little bit of a good perspective on you.
I think so.
I think it's good.
I don't know. We didn't talk as much shit as I thought we would have.
You want to talk some shit? We can talk some shit.
Oh, no.
Why do you want to talk some shit?
I don't know. What shit's there to talk about?
Oh man, I'm easy. You know me. What do you want to know? Is there any correct way? Like, talk to me. It sounded so weird. Talk to me. I don't know. Is there something you want to know?
Oh,
I know it's always hard off the top of the dome too when you're like put on the spot for things.
Your podcast, mate. You should be asking.
I know. That's why I'm trying. I'm really trying here. I'm sorry to everyone if this was a shit go. I've sort of got thrown in the fucking mud a little bit here. Fucking schmeedo. I feel like, fuck, man. I feel like we covered most of the main things. It would be, like you said, it would be good for a bit of just shit talk banters. But I don't really know, like, what to fucking banter about. I guess, you know, you've been fishing? You like a bit of fishing, don't you?
Yeah, love me fishing.
Yeah, I fucking don't. Fucking hate fishing, man. I don't have time. I'm too anxious for fishing. But I don't know, you just go out in the boat a bit, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I can do that. Because it's more consistent,
Mate, caught stuff hole since 07.
Yeah, shit, dog. Yeah, no, I don't know. I've fucking never really been into the whole fishing thing.
Nah, it's pretty sick.
But I think, again, it comes down to that, like, I just picture, like, sitting by a river and sitting there for 5 hours and not catching anything, where, like, being out on the boat and fucking...
Yeah, we throw lures and whatnot.
Yep.
It's different out in the bay too, because, like, you go fish saltwater, it's terrible.
Yep.
Like, when we fish for salt, like, you're not guaranteed to get a fish. You're never guaranteed. But, like, you could have stellar sessions where you're getting, like, 20 or 30 fish a session.
Yeah, see, that's a good time.
Sick fun.
That's a good time.
Especially, like it's coming, like, snap season's not far away now.
Yep.
And, like, when they turn on, we're getting, like, fish like that, just one after another.
Sick.
And it was unreal fun.
Yeah, see, that I can get into that.
Yeah.
I can definitely get into some, like, proper fishing.
Mate, come down.
Yeah, I might have to, eh?
Do it.
I'll get the fucking... Yeah.
I got a spare rod there.
I'll probably end up fucking seasick and fucking throwing up on everyone. Nah, I'm pretty good on a boat, I think. Most of the time I'm pretty good.
I reckon you'll be right.
What else do you even do then? What else keeps you, like, busy?
What does keep me busy? I don't know.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
I don't know. I'm a bit of a gym freak.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Yep. Pumping the iron.
Don't look it, but...
Actually, come to think of it, you actually probably do look a little bit buffer than the last time I've seen you. But it probably has been a year and you've grown too.
Probably.
Like,
that makes sense.
I reckon your voice is fucking broken a little bit too.
You reckon?
I reckon you're a bit deeper.
Yeah, I'm not talking like this anymore.
Yeah, you definitely, I feel like you've got a little bit more manly to you. I feel like back in the day, there was a little bit of fucking whine, like, oh, fuck, here he is. Whee! Sounded like a two-stroke for a bit there. But that's fucking funny shit.
Yeah.
How long's it probably would have been the river thing the last time I've seen you?
Yeah, probably.
It would have been?
Yeah. How long ago was that?
It was probably a year and a half now. Year and maybe not quite half.
Weird to think, eh?
Yeah, that is crazy, man. Fuck, that went fast.
It did.
That was a good sesh.
That was fun.
One of those sessions that, like, you can't make that shit up.
No.
That was a jam.
Yeah.
That was just the boys going, fuck yeah, let's ride.
Yeah,
like, no one bat an
fun.
eyelid. Everyone sent. It was just one of those, like, really good sessions that...
And everyone rode good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we stuffed up Drake.
No.
That whole thing. I slammed into the fence post after it. And I think...
ya?
Yeah. I went... I go, give me a few more jumps. Because you know me at shows.
You just don't stop.
I don't mind a spotlight sesh.
You just can't stop. It's like, all right, show's over, ladies and gentlemen. And you just go back for another. All right, we've still got Ry here. He's young. He's enthusiastic. Give him 2 more jumps.
Look, he's young. He's had a V or a Red Bull before this. He's ready to roll.
You can't give a kid fucking 10 minutes and expect him to just stop.
Oh, nah.
Well, what fence did you hit?
You know when they put the after the lander, you know how it had like those fence posts? It had like an actual fence, and they took them out.
Yes.
They didn't. They took one side out and left the other for some reason.
Yes.
And I think I went deep on a rocky, I think.
Yep.
And I just went, and then like, you're not an airbag, just pushes you.
Yep.
And I just got all of the momentum going towards it. I just like slid into it. And I think I smashed my front brake caliper and...
Really?
Yeah, I hit it hard.
That's also one of those days where the whole day is just a fucking blur for me. I feel like I was just a chook with its head cut off all day.
Hey, you're running around.
Cannot remember. Like, everything is so fucking blurry to me.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I don't even know what I did, what I fucking said, who did what. I just remember being like, fuck yeah, this is like, these boys are repping. Like, this is sick.
Yep.
And just everyone being like into it. Like, I just remember having that, like, fuck, everyone was like, that was fucking sick. That was a sick session. Can we have another one?
Yeah, that's been the sick thing with the all the old four shows.
Yeah.
We've just all had a good time.
Yeah. And I think that was always the push for those shows with us. Like, I mean, everyone, all us older boys too, had done enough where there was like pressure and bullshit and
Yep.
can first come in and do a backflip and get the crowd to shut up. Let's just go there. You boys ride how you want to ride.
Yep.
And I'm going to call it for what it is.
That's the good thing about you being an MC.
Yeah, like I can see it for what it is, and I do just end up being like, there's none of this like, who wants a backflip?
Yeah, I know. You got a personality. It's not.
Yeah.
It's like I think when we're at the country music festival. Yeah.
Yep.
You're like, oh, uprights are done. Who wants to see a backflip? And they were like, started screaming. They were like, do you though?
Yeah.
Do ya? And then Smitty comes in, he goes, oh, here you go. And then you just see Smitty just grease one.
Yeah. Yeah, see, and like, I think that's... And because I think I've been around it for so much too, I can sort of gauge what you boys are doing, and all it is a bit of a nod and a little bit of a signal, and I'm like, I know he's going to do something like this, so I can sort of a little bit G it up, but it's not like that that typical show that everyone was doing that was like, okay, we're going to start off with a one-hander, and then we're going to start off with a fucking no-hander, and then we're going to do a Superman, and then we're going to do a Superman seat grab. It was like, nah, you just go out. And like, fucking half the time, fucking Jake would come out and like first jump would be like a fucking ruler that's just like tweaked as, and you're like, all right, the show's started, cunts, let's go. You know, it was like, fuck your one-handers and that. Like, you might get a little bit of a test jump at a wave.
Yeah, I know.
But like, once the show started, it was just like, whatever the boys were feeling was on. And like, I think that really like definitely made those shows a little bit more stand out than a lot of other shows out there.
I think I was starting off with, I done it F1 too, because fans are on both sides.
And you're on the 125 at F1 too, yeah? I think you were.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, probably was. And I was too.
Yeah.
Like I was throwing, like the first jump, I was just trying to rev the crowd up, and I was like just going no hands and just like pointing this way and pointing that way and just revving them up. And then like I'm the rider that goes through, like you go up through your tricks.
Yep.
Not like you just go bang, I'm just gonna do a rocky first jump.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
But nah, it's like I think I go like, what do I do? Switchy.
Yep.
Then a heel clicker.
Yep.
Then I do one hand Katie, heel clicker to one hand lander.
Yep.
So combos.
Yep.
And then I go indie grab.
Yep.
Oh, I do like super can indie grab. I go opposite way to everyone.
Yep.
And I don't know if that's cool because it hypes crowd up a bit.
Yep. Yeah, I love an indie. Give me a C grab indie any day, and I fucking love it.
Yeah.
If you get real low on it too.
Yeah. Just full twist.
Yeah. Full Metzger style. Love
Yeah.
it. Just get that tweak and kick out. Oof. Love it. Every day. Won't ever not love that.
Nah. And then hearts. Hearts are just like, beautiful.
Singles or doubles?
Both.
Yep.
Single hearts are just, I don't know, you look at them, you're like, perfect.
Yep.
You look at Adelberg's double hearts and you're like, what?
You know, yeah. It's crazy how he mastered that trick so well.
Yeah.
That everyone else that does it under him and gets to a dialed point, it's like his trick now.
Yep.
It's like he has just mastered it to the point where like everyone just wants to follow suit and do exactly the same as that.
It's like his one hand hearts.
Yeah.
He done one at X Games in practice.
Yep.
When I was watching it, and because they had it off the next gen, he goes up under, hold it there for like 3 seconds, and then just comes back down. I was like, it's just poetry.
Yeah, it is. But then you know what was the other day I was thinking about it, bro. Like going back, man. Like this is 20 years ago. We were on 80s, and I remember getting a free rider fucking a magazine and seeing him in it on his 80, and we were all like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, he was obviously a little bit ahead of us and what we were doing at that time, but it was also that thing of like, it's possible.
Yeah.
Like, we can be these little freestyle dudes on 80s. Like, next minute we knew he was on a 125 and ripping that too. Like, but even just come to think like how far he's come from like being there when he was doing that sort of shit and seeing him come up from there, and now he's, you know, just won fucking gold at X Games fucking Japan or whatever.
Yeah, he's 18th medal at X Games, I think it is.
Yeah, right.
It's like,
wow.
You look at dudes like that, yeah, like even back to your Metzgers and not so much Metzger because he come into it when he was a bit older.
Yep.
But like you look at a Travis Pastrana.
Yep.
What he was doing at 13 years of age.
Yep.
And you're like, he's destined for greatness.
Yep.
It's like you're looking at Adelberg doing it young.
Yep.
Destined for greatness.
Yep.
It's
true.
Jacko.
Yep.
Jacko's the same. Who else was doing it?
So, what are you saying here?
Mate.
Are you destined for greatness?
Maybe.
Hey,
Hopefully.
this podcast might go down in history of like, remember when he was just a young kid being humble and now he's the greatest of all time? Fucking goat over here.
Oh.
How are you going to do that? Just be better? Like, do you just want to fucking go hard?
Be a better version of yourself every day.
Yeah.
Just,
how often do you ride?
yeah, whenever I can.
Yeah.
But
is that like a weather thing, a
Yeah,
time
yeah,
thing,
pretty much
mostly
just
a weather
weather.
thing?
Yeah.
Do you get pretty shit weather up there for that, like wind and that?
Shit house.
Yeah.
We like I got
'Cause you're near the beach, yeah. You cop mad sort
Yeah.
of beach winds.
yeah. Oh yeah. We're not super close to the beach. It's probably like 15 minutes from the beach.
Yep.
But you get you get your westerlies and that push through pretty hard down there.
Yep.
And then yeah, she gets blowy.
Yeah.
It's like when it was massively windy. It would have been windy here.
Yep.
And it was like 100k winds.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
Blowing through. I was looking at the trees. I was like, holy shit. But it's like I got like four solid days of riding.
Yep.
Last week.
Yeah,
And
that's pretty good.
until Saturday.
Yep.
And then, but it's always good to have a break.
Yeah.
It's like I could ride for a week straight, and then but you get to the point where you start getting in your head and
Yep.
overthinking everything. Like when I ride, if I'm having a shit session, I'm a massive overthinker.
Yep.
Like I'm just like, oh, what am I doing wrong? What? It's weird. It's a weird thing with whips because you could try so hard. Like I can pull as hard as I want and try and crank it as hard as I can.
Yep.
And it doesn't do anything.
Right.
I try and do nothing, and it flicks out perfectly. It's just, it's so weird to think about. It's like I was saying it to Dad. It's Dad goes, I done one big one, and he goes, back it up. I was like, yep, righto, and backed it up, and he goes, back it up again. I was like, I don't know if I can. He goes, just do nothing. I was like, yep, righto, done it again. Just kept backing it up and over and over.
Yeah,
and
right.
over.
So it comes like your overthinking distracts you more, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. It's so weird. It's like the smallest things can change so much.
Yep.
When throwing whips and that. It's like I was having to play around with it because a lot of the boys sit a little bit far back.
Yep.
To pull, and I sit pretty central, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a crack at sitting back on a few and just trying to pull off that.
Yep.
And they just were shit.
Yeah, right.
And then, like, I go back to sitting central, and they come up and over my head. I'm like, yeah, well, that's for me then, you know.
I wonder if it's got something to do with your size. Are they bigger dudes that sit back a little bit, or
No, Pat sits back pretty far, and he's like a twig.
He's not too. Yeah, I wouldn't say he'd be much bigger than you.
Nah,
Interesting.
it's weird, very weird.
Yeah.
I pulled this the other bag the other day, which I was pretty happy about.
So into the bag. Did you say?
Pulled it out of the bag.
Pulled it out of the bag. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense now. I was like, into the bag, out of the bag. Yep. Oof, that's pretty steep.
Thanks.
That was pretty, like, you were dipping.
Yeah, it's
Do you know when it's big? Are you like, holy fuck, that was big, or is it
Certain.
more like you go back and go, whoa, that was way bigger than you? Certain ones, yeah.
certainty.
Yeah.
It's like even with it's like if I'm having a shit day.
Yep.
Like I could be feeling like real shit riding,
Yep.
and I start throwing whips, and Dad, I was like, that felt terrible, and Dad goes, that was sick, like
Yeah,
that was big.
Yep.
I was like, really, but it doesn't feel the same.
Yep.
It's real weird, and then it's like cameras don't do them justice.
Yeah.
At all either.
Yep.
It's like that's when angles and shit come into it.
Yep.
Like you make it just look as big as you want.
Yep.
But it's like what was I gonna say? It's blown out of my head again.
He's lost it. No, no stress.
No, it's yeah, it's like I could be having a really, really good day. If they flick, I can tell if they're big because they flick upwards. Like your back wheel wants to push up and over your head
Rather than like
Then
through ya.
flick.
Yeah, okay.
Like when they
You get that real good peel.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like when they flick up and over your head, you feel them,
Yep.
and they just want to keep going.
Yep.
And they get to a certain point, and they don't cut.
Yeah,
Where, like,
right.
the ones where I don't get them right, like they flick out like that, and they like a slice kind of.
Yeah, okay.
It's I don't know, it's weird.
Do they get sticky every now and then? Like, do you get points where, like,
Struggle to come back?
yeah,
Nah, not really.
it's all that momentum that it always sort of brings
practically, yeah.
itself. Yeah.
Yeah, That's another thing with your bike skill, bike control and that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You develop where you sit and come back and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's like I threw probably my biggest one 4 weeks ago, maybe a month ago.
Yep.
Maybe just over that. And that was like we got that from the front on the opposite side, which they're not meant to look big from.
Yep.
And but it was big, and I only landed like that much sideways. Yeah, it was like barely anything.
Yep.
But I could never get it consistent because I was in that head of like if I pulled real hard on that one and it just flicked out real nice.
Yeah. So it's almost like your biggest ones sort of happen when you're not really thinking.
Yep. Pretty much.
So you got to remember that at 51.
Just don't think.
Just
send
go in there
it.
and go. Might do a little whip.
Yeah.
And just peel the fuck out of it. That'd be the go.
Yeah.
Sick. All right. Well, I think we pushed through a little bit of that.
Sounds good to me, sir.
I mean, if there's any more, I mean, worst case too, we might even fucking get you in another time when Schmiedo's here and you can get real moto-related stuff. But
yeah,
I think it definitely sort of tapped over and we hit some good things.
I think so.
Hopefully there's some people out there that know a little bit more about you. And I like that kid. He's all right. He's a little go-getter. Yeah. That's good. So, yeah, other than that, thank you very much, brother.
Thanks for having me on the potty.
Keep fucking ripping. Hopefully, like you said, you are, what did we call it the other day? Destined for greatness. Here he is, destined for greatness. Keep an eye on this kid, Ry Hazel. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, brother.
Thanks for having me on the potty, sir.
Good stuff. Enjoy. See you later. See you on the next one. Whoop, whoop.
My Dowy!